It's as basic as it comes. It's just the entry level standard at this point. If you don't have it, we talked about it before, you're pretty much disqualified from having the jobs.
The way I have my list built out, it is a progression list, so depending on where you're at, but I think SecurityX is a new wave. They made themselves as an expert certification, so if you're at that level, I think it's going to compete with some other certs out there.
GRC is going to become way more prevalent as AI takes hold and we figure out how to govern and regulate the space. What's going on, tech team? It is JustMyTechCents, where we talk tech, finance, and lifestyle. I'm WillDoesTech, and I'm joined by my co-host,
JohnnieTech.
JohnnieTech in the building. Hand clap. Let's go. Clap it up.
What's going on, tech fam?
We are here today. Discipline as always. Exactly, discipline, man, is our watchword.
Get 1% better every day.
1% better each day. So let's go ahead and cut to the chase. What we are talking about today, we are talking about the top certs for 2026. We know that the end of the year is upon us, and it's time to look forward into the new year and figure out our path and which certs we plan on trying to get. So what we're going to do here is Johnny has his idea of his top 5 for 2026.
Let's go.
I have my top 5 for 2026. We're going to sit here. We're going to write them out, starting at number 5 all the way to number 1.
And let's be clear. I don't know your list, and you don't know mine.
Johnny has a bad list. Will has a good list, is what he says.
I love it, man. I love the battle royale.
We don't know whether or not we're going to match up or not. But I believe in my list, and I believe that my list is stronger than Johnny's list. But
I promise you guys, if you want to take your career off in 2026, definitely follow my list. I'm going to get you hired. I'm going to get you paid.
Yeah, and when that lawsuit comes, remember, that's JohnnieTech. That I can't guarantee you nothing. But what I would ask is, in the comments, let us know whose list you think is stronger. And if it's the same, then it's the same, but let's go ahead and start out with number 5. What do you have ranked for number 5, Johnny?
Let's see.
And we're just going to do number 5, and then we're going to show it to the camera. And if you can't read his writing, I understand. He is from the great state of, I ain't gonna knock no states.
Go ahead and do it, man. Nah, let's get it. Number 5.
Not sure if my man knows how to spell. Just number 5.
I gotta. They might know what I put just by how long it took me to write it.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to erase all that, but we're gonna see. All right, and 3, 2, 1. Okay. So Johnny says SecurityX. I say Security Plus. Johnny's having a hard time. Johnny's having a hard time erasing the board.
These boards were provided by WillDoesTech.
So. And they're old as dirt. That one is old as dirt. Look at this. Swoop. Gone. But anyway, so let's talk about. I will grab some alcohol pads and we'll get to it. You got some scrubbing to do. But, so why do you say CAS / SecurityX?
I say Security.
Now, SecurityX is not Security Plus, right?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
I have SecurityX rated number 5 based on...
X rated, huh? Let's go.
Listen, man, it's a cert that's gonna be extremely helpful. The way I have my list built out, it is a progression list, so depending on where you're at, but I think SecurityX is a new wave. They made themselves as an expert certification, so if you're at that level, I think it's gonna compete with some other certs out there that are at that expert level as far as like some other certs. I don't want to mention them because they might be on my list.
They might be on your list. And you don't want me to change my list
right.
based on what you're saying.
Right. So I'm not going to bring it up, but it's definitely a cert that I think is that you can get if you're at that expert level, or you want to prove that you're at that level.
So you're saying that CISSP is expert? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right, we're gonna hold that. All right. So my number 5 is Security Plus. I mean, it's as basic as it comes. It's just the entry level standard at this point. If you don't have it, we've talked about it before, you're pretty much disqualified from having the job. So if you don't have any certs, right, number 5 is ranked Security Plus, because in order to get past the ATS, more often than not, they're not calling for CISSP. They're not calling for SecurityX. They're calling for Security Plus, which is why I have it as number 5. I feel like it's a cert that is what's the word for? I feel like I can't even think of the word. But it is what it is. I feel like it's not as good as people make it. It's overrated. That's the word. Why did it take me so long to find that word?
I don't know, man. Overrated. I don't know if I say that.
I feel like it's overrated. We don't have to talk about that. Again, this is all about the list, and though I feel like it's overrated, I respect its position in the market. And Security Plus is my number 5.
Okay.
All right. Let me try and find Johnny an alcohol pad or something. We will go ahead and go to our 4th certification.
Ready?
Sure. In 3, 2, 1. All right, so for my number 4, I said CISA, the Certified Information Systems Auditor.
Okay.
And I say that because the GRC space is going to become more and more important. Don't do that while we're doing this. That ain't gonna look right. Just go and wait till we get done talking. We'll let you wipe the board off after. But
I got you. Get it.
But so CISA GRC is going to become way more prevalent as AI takes hold and we figure out how to govern and regulate the space. And CISA is one of those entry-level / gold standards when it comes to the auditing space in GRC. It's one of the most respected certifications, whether that's finance or in the tech space, and not everybody has it. At this point, only 151,000 active members have it, according to ISACA. And when you think about the landscape, when it comes to technology, that isn't that many people. So that sets you apart. I think it's a sleeper because a lot of people aren't talking about it, but it's just one of those certifications. If you get it, it's definitely respected. So that's why I have CISA as my number 4. Johnny, what say you?
Once again, I'll show you that one more time. That is AWS Solutions Architect. So basically that's on my list because in 2026, the way I see things going, I think it's going to be a great cert to pick up to boost your career, cloud environment. So I say AWS. I think you can go with some other ones. I think AWS is one of the larger cloud platforms out there, and they're moving in a good direction. So I would definitely grab that cert. The Solutions Architect certification is one that will solidify that you know how the cloud works and that you know how to, architect the build of it.
Okay. So that one's going to help you architect a cloud environment.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't know much about that one. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I think just either way, going with a cloud certification is a good way to go.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go to number 3.
All right, let's get it, guys.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. Boom. So I have it's your go. Go ahead. What you got for number 3?
I started you guys out with number 3, Red Hat Linux. So the reason I went with Linux is just because, like I said, the direction with how things are going. I think Linux is going to be a good tool to pick up on with the direction for 2026. So we have your solutions architecture. Add that with Red Hat Linux. That's putting you in a place where you can do a lot of different roles. So I'll explain more deeply when we get closer to the end of this video. But I'll have Red Hat Linux.
Yeah, I can actually. That was a good one. I can buy that. It's actually a really good one that I may or may not have on my list. We will see with the next two. But I had any kind of AWS, Azure, not so much GCP, Google Cloud. I mean, it's not as prevalent as AWS or Azure, but any of those certifications that help you gain entry and understanding into the cloud would be great. Again, with the advent of AI, just understanding the infrastructure. That is something that for 2026, if you can learn that, Linux is a foundation of that. You can kind of attach the two. But the Red Hat Linux is so particular. But I mean, it's
jumping in on my cert, man. Don't be
jumping in on my cert. I'm just saying they go hand in hand, is what I'm saying. They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. Let's go to number two.
Ready?
In 3, 2, 1. Number 2. I have CCNA.
And I have CISSP.
It's bold.
Number 2.
That's I'm curious about your number 1 now. So I'll start out with my number 2. Number 2 is CCNA. So we talk about the network. Nothing exists without the network. Nothing. Internet.
I actually like that cert.
Nothing, right? And it used to be the gold standard. If you had CCNA, you had a job lined up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just something that was understood, that you understood networking and how to make things work. And I think that it's coming back with data centers being erected all around the world. I just feel like the learning how to connect that network is something that we've kind of lost. And when you look into who has CCNA, it's typically it's older, the older generations that have it. But I think it's going to catch fire because you can't do anything without understanding the network. Now, there's Network Plus from CompTIA, but it doesn't hold any water to CCNA. So I say, let's skip Network Plus. Let's go straight to the horse's mouth, which is CCNA. That's my number 2. I rest my case.
Okay. So I was gonna bring up my board again, but of course I chose CISSP. Like, it's a management certification. It's very broad, so I think that's just a good certification for. Right now, for my list, it's great for positioning. So that's what I'm going to just leave it right there. It's great for positioning.
Okay. Your argument was weak.
I'm not done with my argument. So I'm done now, but let's keep it going.
All right, well, let's go to the number.
Let's go to
number 1. Let's go to number 1 certification.
Let's go. You ready?
I stay ready.
The number 1 certification.
3, 2, 1, flip.
Boom.
What say you?
Security Plus is your number 1 certification. So the reason why Security Plus is number 1 is because depending on what level you're at, moving to 2026, it's a cert that people want you to have. They want you to have that certification. It's a good cert to get your foot in the door. So I'm saying, like, okay, the whole path that I've given you with my list is going to help position you to get the roles that you want for many different roles. We can dive into that later, but
no, we can't. You talking about in the later episode?
No,
not today.
Well, man, Security Plus is going to get you there. So,
okay,
let's hear yours.
So the word that I failed to find, well, it took me a little while to find, and I found it. It was overrated. Security Plus is overrated, and it does It does nothing for you outside of qualify you for potential advancement when it comes to your resume. Potential. But it doesn't tell us about who you are. It just tells us that you've checked a block. And when it comes to, in tech and cybersecurity, when it comes to things that are respected, CISSP is one of the most respected certs. Security Plus is on its way out. And if this was a list for 2027, it wouldn't even make my list for 2027. It makes my list for 2026 because it's still prevalent in the industry, but I feel like it's being phased out. Over 1 million people have Security Plus.
And that's for a reason. And they have it for a reason.
It's for a reason because the market says that they need it because the market doesn't understand what a good cybersecurity certification is. But it also provides a baseline for HR to understand, okay, they at least get entry level or have an entry level understanding of cybersecurity. All right. So if you're looking, and we've talked about the barrier to entry being moved, right? It's been elevated because competition is fierce. And because it is moved, Security Plus is not getting you the job.
Man, you're going to be talking about CISSP,
Security Plus is not getting
Security Plus.
Security Plus is not getting you the job. CISSP, right? And even with the job that I got, it didn't matter that it had Security Plus. Didn't care. Didn't matter that it had CISM. Didn't care. The only thing they cared about was CISSP, and that is the way that it is through and through. Period. It is the number one, and for you to disrespect
it's number two,
for you to disrespect, Johnny ain't got CISSP.
Don't need it.
He may not need it. He may not need it. He may not be trying to get into a management position, but to disrespect CISSP. Now, I will say that it doesn't really show us and tell us who you are. At the same time, I have taken that exam, and it will humble you. And I don't say that lightly. So my number one is CISSP, and yeah, there's no debating that. So we will say that. Actually, we will let you decide whose list was stronger. I think my list was stronger, and to recap my list, I had Security Plus as number 5, CISA as number 4, AWS or Azure certification as number 3, number 2 CCNA, and then number 1 CISSP. And then Johnny, you want to give a rundown on your list?
Let me give you a rundown. So I went CecurityX number 5, number 4 AWS Solutions Architect, number 3 Red Hat Linux, number 2 CISSP, and Security Plus number 1. The reason why you're gonna go this way, this route with your certifications, is you want to set yourself up. So like my certifications list that I broke down to you is a positioning, right? So in 2026, you're worried about getting into the roles or leveling up. So you want to have certifications that's going to put you to where you can apply for many different roles. I think with AI becoming how large it is today's age, some of these certifications are going to help you dive into those engineering roles that you want to be in so you can get into those positions. So then what I did was I put a list of certs that you get a little bit from Security Plus, you're going to get a little bit from your AWS, you're going to get a little bit from your Linux, and all those certifications line you up for a couple different roles. I'm going to give you a rundown of the roles that you can get with these certifications. That's why I had CISSP number 2. It is a great certification, but may not need it as much when you're, depending on what path you're trying to go down.
But you need Security Plus?
You definitely need Security Plus. It's going to give you that baseline knowledge, and it's going to be a requirement. It's number 5 on his list, and he don't even like it.
And it's not a requirement if you have CISSP.
Well, hold on. I had it down. CISSP costs $749. Security Plus costs $400. So I have cost in there too. So if you want to get where you want to go without spending all your money, I'm telling you, man. But there's some honorable mentions we didn't get time to really jump into. But just to give you those roles I was telling you about, that's going to be some of your AI engineering roles: cloud engineer, DevSecOps, security analyst, security engineer, cloud security engineer, Linux system administrator, SOC analyst. With those certifications, that's going to put your foot in the door for all those roles. And some of it's going to do more than put your foot in the door. It's going to put you in that seat. So
Security Plus ain't getting you that job. What I will say is that Red Hat Linux, what's the price on Red Hat Linux?
the price on Red Hat Linux is between $400 to $800 depending on the version you go. So
okay, and then what about So with RHEL, right? Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Again, I think that's probably one of the strongest on. Obviously, there's overlap, but I think one of the things that he has missed out on outside of just Linux, I think Linux is one of those that if you have, then it's an indicator to the industry that you kind of know what you're talking about. I mean, anybody who knows Linux is a self-starter, just because it's not something that is always taught. So I think with that, he has a strong case for Red Hat Linux, and that's pretty much it. But when it comes to CISA and when it comes to CCNA, those CISA, again, not many people have. Ask about it. Ask about it. If you don't believe me, ask about it. CCNA, it once was, but it's coming back. And CISSP always is and always will be. So Security Plus, again, it doesn't move anything. It moves your resume maybe, but if you have CISSP, nobody's looking at your Security Plus.
Definitely. Listen,
nobody's
listen. When you want to position yourself,
get your CISSP.
Go over the list again. You want to get the skills. You don't want to pay as much money. Get the skills. Let me know which one you feel like.
See, but that's the thing where we talk about barrier to entry, right? And you want to put yourself in the elite class, and sometimes getting these harder certifications. Security Plus, again, million plus people have it. So you want to get some of these elite certifications that people do not have, and sometimes money is a thing that stops people from getting it. So you got to figure out how to be resourceful and get the money. At the same time, trying to achieve, and I'm just telling you from firsthand experience with somebody who has plenty of certifications. The only certifications that is ever talked about is CISSP. And I haven't applied for a new job with CISA, even though I just got it. And we'll see if that's a topic of conversation if I apply for another job. But the ones that I got have always been, you got CISSP? Bet. So, again, what are your thoughts? Who do you think had the stronger list? WillDoesTech or JohnnieTech? This is just our tech sense. Again, just a reminder of the list.
JohnnieTech.
Let us know in the comments, and we will talk to y'all soon. Out.